$10,000. That's all you need for a car that'll have you grinning ear to ear every time you hit the gas. Curious? Here are the 5 most thrilling rides you can afford right now. You don't need a 6-figure supercar to feel alive behind the wheel. Starting at number 5, we've got the Dodge Neon SRT4, a compact sedan from 2003 to 2005 that's a true pocket rocket. You can find a decent one in 2025 for $5,000 to $7,000. Under the hood, it's packing a 2.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine with 215 to 230 horsepower, depending on the year. That's enough to hit 0 to 60 in about 5.6 seconds and run a quarter mile in the low 14 seconds, faster than many modern hot hatches. What makes it thrilling? The Neon SRT4 is raw and unapologetic. The turbo spools up with a loud whoosh, and the front-wheel drive chassis loves to be pushed hard. It's got a stiff suspension and a manual gearbox that makes every shift feel rewarding. Owners rave about the aftermarket support. For a few $100, you can add a cold air intake or boost controller and push it to 270 horsepower. Imagine smoking a Mustang at a stoplight in a car that looks like your mom's grocery getter. But here's something you need to know. Reliability can be a gamble. These cars were built to a budget, so things like the clutch, turbo wastegate, or even the transmission can fail if the previous owner didn't maintain it. Curious about how to spot a good one? Here's a hint. Check the service records for turbo maintenance. I'll share a full pro tip at the end. For now, know that a well-kept SRT4 is one of the cheapest ways to get serious thrills. It's not perfect, but for $6,000, it's hard to beat the adrenaline rush. At number 4, we have the Mazda Miata NB, the second-generation Miata from 1999 to 2005. You can snag a clean one for $6,000 to $9,000, and this car is pure driving bliss. Its 1.8-liter 4-cylinder engine makes 140 horsepower, which might sound modest, but the Miata weighs just 2,400 pounds. That means it's nimble, responsive, and hits 0 to 60 in about 7.5 seconds. Why is it thrilling? The Miata's rear-wheel drive chassis and 50-50 weight distribution make it feel like a go-kart. Drop the convertible top, hit a twisty road, and you'll be grinning like a kid. It's not about straight-line speed. It's about carving corners and feeling every inch of the road. Plus, the aftermarket is huge. For $2,000, you can add a supercharger and boost it to 200 horsepower, making it a Corvette chaser. Want to know the one mod that Miata owners swear by? I'll reveal it later, and it's not what you think. On the downside, rust is a concern, especially in regions with snow. Check the fenders, rocker panels, and undercarriage before buying. Reliability is great otherwise. These cars can last forever with basic maintenance. For under $10,000, the Miata NB is a budget thrill machine that's hard to beat. Number 3 is the Ford Focus ST, the 2005 to 2007 MK2 model from Europe. Thanks to the 25-year import rule, you can get one in the US for $6,000 to $8,000. This hot hatch rocks a 2.5-liter turbocharged 5-cylinder engine with 225 horsepower and 236 pound-feet of torque. It hits 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds and tops out at 150 miles per hour with an exhaust note that'll give you chills. What makes it thrilling? The Focus ST is a sleeper in every sense. It looks like a boring hatchback, but that turbo engine and sport-tuned suspension make it a beast. The 5-cylinder growl is unlike anything else in this price range, and there's enough torque to surprise sports cars at stoplights. You can tune it to 300 horsepower with the $1,000 chip exhaust and intercooler. But there's one flaw that could catch you off guard. Any guesses what it is? I'll spill the beans in a bit, and it's something every buyer needs to know. Reliability is solid if the car has been maintained, but watch for worn suspension bushings and turbo lag in stock form. The interior's a bit plasticky, but for $7,000, you're getting a practical daily driver that's also a backroad monster. This car's a hidden gem for budget thrill seekers. At number 2, it's the Honda S2000 AP1, the 1999 to 2003 model. In 2025, you can find high mileage or Project S 2000s for $9,000 to $10,000 if you hunt. This roadster's 2.0-liter four-cylinder engine revs to an insane 9,000 RPM and pumps out 240 horsepower. That's wild for a naturally aspirated engine. It hits 0 to 60 in 5.7 seconds and feels like a race car on the street. Why is it thrilling? The S2000's razor-sharp handling and high-revving engine make every drive an event. The rear-wheel drive chassis is perfectly balanced, and the 6-speed manual gearbox is buttery smooth. Take it to a track, and it'll hang with cars twice its price. Enthusiasts love it for its purity. No ibesido, no power steering, no nanny systems, just you and the road. But there's a hidden issue with early AP ones that could cost you big time. Want to know what it is? Keep watching for the full scoop. Reliability is excellent if the engine's been cared for, but high mileage examples might need valve adjustments or a new clutch. Check for accident history, as these cars are often driven hard. For under $10,000, the S2000 is a future classic that delivers unmatched thrills. And the number one thrilling car under $10,000? The Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX, the all-wheel drive turbo model from 1995 to 1999. You can find one for $7,000 to $9,000. And this car is a JDM legend. Its 2.0-liter turbocharged engine makes 210 horsepower stock, but with a $1,000 tune, bigger turbo, and exhaust. You're looking at 300 horsepower. It hits 0 to 60 in 6 seconds and grips like a rally car thanks to all-wheel drive. What makes it thrilling? The Eclipse GSX is the ultimate sleeper. It looks like a tuner kid's car, but that turbo kick and AWD launch make it feel like a supercar on a budget. You can smoke modern sports cars with a few mods, and the aftermarket is massive. Think bigger intercoolers, coilovers, you name it. But why is this car so overlooked? Here's the story. In the early 2000s, it got a bad rap from the Fast and Furious hype, but true enthusiasts know it's a diamond in the rough. Curious about the one upgrade that can make it a supercar killer? I'll tell you in a second. It's a game changer. On the downside, early models can suffer from crank walk, where the crankshaft shifts under stress. Always check the service history and have a mechanic inspect the bottom end. A well-maintained GSX is a budget thrill seeker's dream come true. That's the top 5 thrilling cars under $10,000. Which is your favorite? Comment below, hit that like button, and subscribe for more budget car gems.